the ability to understand how money works. Well, we'll be finding out more about this from Abbey Royal International School, located at Old Carroll Road in Carroll, Nasarawa State. Right next will be our Young Leaders spot for the week. We'll also have the Voters Box and my favorite Global Opportunities segments. Hello and welcome to the Teenz Global Show. I am Ijoma TGS, the beautiful host on today's program. So let's go see what the pupils of Abbey Royal International School have to say about this topic. Financial literacy is the ability to understand how money works, how someone makes, manages, invests, and also expends it, while financial illiteracy causes problems of debt for a large percent of the population. In order to find balance between wants and needs, a person must have their needs met first and foremost. These needs are necessities found within a solid budget that make or break success. Good nutrition, clothing, and proper shelter are just 3 common needs a person must have to live a good life. Needs could be water for drinking, food to eat, clothing to keep you warm, and shelter to live in. On the other hand, a want is everything else. Wants are there to make life a little more comfortable.
Financial literacy is the ability to handle and manage your income effectively. Financial literacy means knowing how money is made, spent, or saved. Financial literacy means knowing how money is made and saved. Financial literacy means having the knowledge on how to manage your finance. Financial literacy is the ability to handle and manage your income effectively. Need is a pressing desire. Needs are those things that are necessary in your life and they are indispensable. A want is a choice. Ice cream, pizza. Need is a pressing desire. The need is something you must have in order to live. The need is food. My need is education. A need is something a person is without house, food, water. What is to feel or wish for something? A want is a choice. What is to feel or wish for something? Let your need always come before your wants. Proper planning is key. Always deal with issues that are of greatest importance first. Proper planning is the key to always deal with issues that are important first. Your needs should always come before your wants. Let's hustle on people.
The number one problem in today's generation and economy is the lack of financial literacy. In the past, we were taught financial literacy, so it takes a lot of work and time to change mindsets. And to become financially literate, you have to identify which wants truly add value to your life. You need to take away some of your wants for better deals, and you also have to figure out how to afford what you really want.
My name is Rotimi Bola Ojala.
My name is Mrs. Imelda Onyapsono.
Simple understanding of financial literacy is knowing how to manage money, knowing how to make sound decisions when it comes to utilizing money.
By financial literacy, to my own understanding, is an education and understanding how money works, how money is being made, how you save your money, how you budget for it, and how you spend it wisely.
From experience, I don't think there's hard and fast rule about how to spend and save. I think the most important thing is having the consciousness that one has to save for the rainy day. Conventionally, people will tell you that you should maybe save maybe a certain percent of your income.
As a parent, I don't spend anyhow, knowing quite well that I have kids around.
For every paycheck I earn, I don't earn monthly anyway, I'm an entrepreneur, but for every income I earn, I set aside a certain amount of money that could be used for some unforeseen contingencies, and then certain amounts also go into investment. And once you do this over time, once you do it consistently, you discover that you develop the capacity to absorb any shock that could happen financially.
I don't do an impulse buying. I plan my things before I spend, depending on my income.
I run a school, and one of the things we do is that we pay attention to what we call sensitive period in children. We know that at a particular age, children tend to have the intention of picking up a skill. And if you don't let them learn that skill at that time, there's every tendency that they outgrow learning that skill, and you may not be able to teach them effectively. So I think financial literacy is also one of the skills that one must teach children from early childhood, because it makes them to be more prudent as an adult, and it prepares them for some challenges later in life. And another way that we use to teach children financial literacy in our own little way is that we let them realize that it is not everything that you see that you buy. So to some extent, we consciously make them to know that there's a difference between want and need, even though you may not be able to use that kind of grammar to explain to them. But then when they tell you and say, oh, I need this toy, I need that, I need it. So we tell them, oh, you need this, so why don't you let us buy this for you while you let this go. And sometimes we give them that option that for you to get this item, then you must trade off this. Now the implication of that is that they know that everything they buy or that we buy for them has an opportunity cost, which is more like you sacrifice an option to get another one. So it's an unconscious way of developing financial literacy in kids.
When you teach your children about money, how money is being made, how they spend it, how to save and to budget money, it will really help them when they grow up. They will always look back and remember that their parents once taught them how to save. You don't spend anyhow because you're getting the money. No, you plan it. You sit down and plan, so that it will not affect you at the end of the day, so that you don't go bankrupt.
The hazard if children are not taught financial literacy, it's not just going to affect them alone. It affects the entire society.
It goes a long way in bringing the country down. The country will remain in a stagnant position. There will be nothing like development, because the children were not taught from the early age how to save and to plan for the development of the country.
I would advise that parents start teaching their children how to manage money. I will also advise that parents let their children understand the importance of prioritizing their needs over their wants, and also to let them know that for every penny that they spend for the kids, there's a trade-off. There's an hour, there's a time that they've put into earning that money, and there's something else that money could have achieved. So I also advise that every parent also create a kind of saving culture for their children.
So my name is Shana.
My name is Amy Benjamin.
My name is King David.
My name is Fatima Moralake.
My name is Valerie Vishnu, and you're watching Teenz Global Show.
You're watching
Teenz Global Show.
And this
Teenz Global Show.
And you're watching
Teenz Global Show.
The Teenz Global Show.
the Teenz Global Show. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching. Don't touch that dial.
Don't touch the dial.
Thank you.